My next team that's under pressure to win in 2023. Maybe it's a little off the board, but I have a reason. Let's talk about Nederland. So Nederland, Monty Barrow has been there for quite a while. I believe he's entering his 7th season there, and has largely been successful. If you take a look at what he's done, I believe he's got a 39-27 record. They've been pretty good the last few years. If you remember, they had a 10-win season back in 2018, and then a 9-win season, 9-3, back in 2020. Not bad, right? A few disappointing seasons scattered here and there. Last year, though, the Bulldogs went 2-8, missed the playoffs. It was a disappointing year for the Bulldogs. But the reason that they have pressure has nothing to do with them.
It's because they're rival.
And it has everything to do with what the other team in their rivalry game did last year.
Mm-hmm.
Because Port Neches Groves ran to the state championship game.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat Fort Bend Marshall shockingly, and they won the semifinal, and then they gave South Oak Cliff a heck of a run.
I was going to say.
They came within probably, again, it's hard to say, but like they were with them. They were leading at halftime. They were leading into the third quarter of a state championship game. They were, let's call it 20 minutes away from a state championship.
Against a team that had a roster full of kids that had, or young men that had done that before.
Yes, against defending champs.
That was literally just there.
Against defending champs. And so at Nederland, the bar got raised externally because of what happened across town.
And that's a legitimate thing in Texas high school football.
If your rival's playing for a title
mm-hmm.
and you're going 2-8,
mm-hmm.
the pressure cooker's getting turned up. The pressure cooker is getting fired up because you cannot fall behind. Mm-hmm. This is the equivalent of like last year was a really bad year for Oklahoma, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a really bad year for Oklahoma. If Texas had gone to the national championship game, it would have made Oklahoma's season even worse,
mm-hmm.
right? That's the standard here. And so at Nederland, I think that the Bulldogs need to put together a big season to prove that they are not falling behind
mm-hmm.
their arch rival.
Well, and that's why it's a shame that Texas and A&M aren't playing this year with Jimbo kind of being on the hot seat and Sark possibly being on the hot seat like that.
Well, he's always on the hot seat.
Correct. But that would have made it even more interesting.
So, I think Nederland's under pressure.